Hello everyone, welcome back to the another video of Enos Academy. So friends, in the previous video we have learned about the three-phase induction motor that converts the electrical energy into the rotary mechanical movement by the means of AC power supply. Well friends, in this particular video we are going to learn about the DC motor that will convert the same electrical energy into the rotary mechanical one by the means of DC power supply. Well guys, you are familiar with the DC motors. Like we can see DC motors everywhere around us, from the small toys, electrical toothbrushes, from the vibrator which is used inside your cell phone. That also this is also a DC motor. The fans, compressors and small industrial equipments which requires the like the quick movements, which requires the quick action. So in those applications the DC motor is majorly suitable. So friends, in this particular video we are going to learn about the DC motor, how does a DC motor works, exact its construction and working we are going to learn in our today's video. So friends, if you are new over here on my educational channel Enos Academy, kindly subscribe it and please press the bell icon, so whenever I upload a new educational, informative, technical video, you will get instant notification. So guys, without wasting any time, let's begin with our today's topic of working of the DC motor. So friends, in order to understand the working of the DC motor, let's go to the basics. Suppose I'm having two magnets. The magnets with the two bar magnets having the north and south poles. Well, over here the similar poles repels each other and dissimilar poles attract each other. So now suppose in a magnet, let's say A and B. In A, I have drilled a small hole and I inserted a small pin in A such that like we can freely rotate that particular magnet. And suppose I place that magnet A in a bearing, like I support it at both the ends in a bearing so that it can freely rotate. Suppose I keep that another magnet B, nearer to the magnet A in such a way that the north pole of magnet A facing towards the south pole of the magnet B. It will try to move, it will try to attract, okay, it will move towards the other magnet B. Suppose if I switch the polarity, if I switch the magnet B in such a way that the south pole is now facing towards the north pole of magnet A, then it will again move in anti-clockwise direction. Suppose I keep on switching the magnet B, so the movement will occur in magnet A. Now let's say, suppose if I place this magnet A in between the two magnets, let's say B and C, and suppose if I keep on switching the polarity, like the one is north and second is south, suppose if I keep on switching this, then the magnet A will start rotating. The more the frequency of the switching, the more the speed will be of magnet A. So this is how the same principle is established in the DC motor. Over here guys, in this DC motor we can see the two magnets. These are the curved magnets that is having the north and the south pole. These are placed inside the protective cover, and in between this the rotor is continuously rotating. These two magnets forms a stator, and in between this the rotor is rotating. Now let's jump towards the rotor. Over here the rotor is not the magnet that we have seen in our previous example. Over here the rotor is nothing but the copper winding that is fixed in such a way that it will form a coil shape. Now let's jump towards our previous example of solenoid coil. Now guys, let's think of solenoid. So when we connect the two terminals of the solenoid coil to the battery, it forms a electromagnet. Now this particular electromagnet will be having a north pole and a south pole. It will be having some kind of polarity. So now this particular electromagnet in the form of copper winding, it is gets introduced in this DC motor in such a way that it will form an armature assembly over here. So now when we connect the two terminal of a DC power source, a DC battery, the electric current will flow through that particular copper wire, and it will form an electromagnets in such a way that the north and the south poles gets created, okay, inside the stator. And over here that armature will starts rotating inside the stator. And if we increase the number of turns, if we increase the number of this armature, the more the number of the armature, the more the RPM of the DC motor. And over here these copper wires are connected to the commutator. Well, commutator, it is a ring which is there at the rotor. It is a ring which is gets connected to the carbon brush. This carbon brush, it is like the main function of the carbon brush is to maintain the contact between the rotating commutator ring, and it is a spring loaded one so that it can maintain the contact between this commutator ring. Well, this particular commutator ring is having the small gaps, as you can see. This copper wire is connected to the commutator ring and the gap is maintained. The gap is maintained just because, like, to reverse, to switch the polarity. It means to switch between the north and south pole while rotating. Just like in the case of magnets, we keep on switching the like north and south in order to make that magnet A to rotate at a faster rate, at a higher speed. So this is the reason this commutator ring will be having the there will be a small gap, it is maintained, and the carbon brush is there. The main function of the carbon brush is to provide the continuous contact while rotating. The electrical energy will flow through the carbon brush into this copper windings, and it will give a starting current, and it will generate the necessary starting torque, so that over here the electrical energy gets converted into the rotary mechanical energy. And this is the reason this DC motors, like, it is having a quick operation. Like, when we turn on the DC power supply, the motor will rotate quickly. It does not require the higher starting torque. The starting torque is very less over here, but this particular DC motor can be coupled with the gearboxes in order to improve the torque, in order to make it suitable for the required operation. So friends, this is how a DC motor works. I hope you understood the concept and working of the DC motor. If you're having any queries, any doubts, please leave a comment, and guys, please do subscribe to my educational channel, Engineers Academy. Thank you so much guys for watching this educational video. And friends, if you want me to continue with my educational work, kindly support me on patreon.com. Thank you.